So I think we all know the old GameStop memes at this point, but I think it's fair to say that the sentiment around this company is changing now. With a new management team behind GameStop and actually real fundamental research done on this company, it's actually quite possible that GameStop will not be a pump and dump that people might be expecting, and people will legitimately hold this company long term. Now, of course, I could definitely be wrong, as there will always be people who want to end up taking profits, but I think for a lot of people, the movement that WallStreetBets has created goes beyond the amount of money at risk. But back to GameStop. In a video game industry worth roughly $100 billion, GameStop actually has the legitimate chance at reinventing itself, especially with the next generation of consoles and games. Now, back in August of 2020, YouTuber Roaring Kitten, also known as Reddit user DFV, whose actual real name is Keith Gill, released a video breaking down his bullish thesis on GameStop. So, who exactly is he? Well, he's a certified security analyst who lives in the United States and is also a father, who apparently likes taking big risks in companies after doing fundamental research on them. After looking through the GameStop balance sheet and projected earnings, he expected GameStop's earnings and market share sat in a very well-positioned place to increase in the following quarters. He estimated that over the next 18 months, GameStop could generate enough free cash flow to pay off their debt and continue down a path of increasing their revenue streams. And remember, he came out with these bold predictions 6 months ago. This was back when GameStop was trading at around $4, and it is now currently sitting at $300 at the time of recording this video. Moreover, he argued the stock was so disgustingly undervalued and so heavily shorted that all it would take to move a stock like this up would be a shift in sentiment. And although he was right, the reality of the situation far exceeded his own expectations. He claimed he could be wrong and did not take his words as advice. So even after all this, I do believe there has still been some misinformation around the issue of who exactly started this movement. I do believe DFV to be the face and leader, as there has so far been no users that have made more attendees than him. He was even posting his bullish GameStop positions on WallStreetBets back in 2019. That's how much he believed in the company. However, while his YouTube videos on bullish GameStop claims do go back up to 6 months, he was not the first to actually post a bullish thesis on Reddit regarding GameStop. That credit goes to a Reddit user by the name of Jeff Amazon, who laid out a multi-paragraph essay on Reddit 4 months ago regarding GameStop that I'll link in the description. Essentially, he came to all the same conclusions that DFV came to. The short positions on hedge funds were over-leveraged, and the market cap was small enough to push the stock upwards with some momentum, which would force the short sellers to buy back their positions at steeper prices for a loss, which would in turn drive the market up as millions of shares were bought back up. And if you're interested in checking out Roaring Kitten's YouTube channel, I'll add a link in the description. Thanks for listening, everyone, and I'll catch you next time.